The moment is here, you can stop your search. It's Comics by Perch.
Hey everybody, this is Perch. Let's do a quick mail and then we can talk about some other things. Actually, I got two kind of emails that I want to discuss here. So the first one says, hey Perch, just listened to your video, Slight Truth Bomb. I don't know when this video will come out, but let's assume about 2 weeks after that one. So probably about a month. Just listen to your video, Truth Bomb. You know this video is going to get a lot of play on streaming services. Do you intentionally put out videos like this in order to get places like CG Kings to attack you? Undoubtedly, they're going to go at it. No, is a short answer. I feel like I've answered this question 1,000,000,001 times, which is I'm just doing the videos that are on my mind at the time. Sometimes I'm more calm. Sometimes I'm reading an email, like a human being that has different emotions that range from day to day. That's me. That's what I'm doing. And so that's just, and I've said it kind of in the most gentle way possible. I do these videos to amuse myself. I wish I was saying I was doing it for the betterment of mankind, but that'd be a big lie because these videos aren't bettering anything. I'm not trying, every now and then it's like, well, what do you think you're going to change in the comic industry? Do you think publishers are going to do what you say? No, I don't think, I absolutely don't think they're going to do that. I think they're going to, do what they do. And, but I'm just having a conversation. I've said it this way, again, not that hard. When I was in the comic shop, people would come in, we would have chats, they would leave. I'm doing that virtually here. Why haven't I invested in a better microphone? Why invest in a better microphone? I've got a nice Bluetooth headset I use when I go to the gym. And I use that same Bluetooth headset. That way I only have to carry around one headset. It's a nice Bose, I don't know, something or other. Goes in the ear. I don't like the cord, so it's not wireless. That creates a, bad hum. I've some people have pointed me to just through some better filtering, and I've used that, and it's good. And there you go. And it is what it is. For the most part, most people think the audio is just fine, but it's become a bit on the show, and that's okay. But I'm not trying to have 1,000,000 subs. I wasn't trying to have 40,000 subs. I've just got what I've got. And several of you have written in saying, hey, you were entertained or you like this. And, I appreciate it. Good. That's really all there is to it. In terms of saying things to intentionally get fights, no, I don't. Half the time when people get upset about stuff, I don't usually see it coming. I remember I did a video saying that parody comics are lousy. That, like the Trump parody comics that would go into the comic store. Antarctic Press used to do a bunch of these. And I said, typically they don't do well. They're not considered kind of serious comics from a comic shop, from a retailer perspective. They don't move big numbers. And I put that video out and I didn't think much about it. In fact, I thought that was pretty obvious based on the sales of those things and kind of just the general timeliness of them. I didn't say they're all shitty. I didn't say they should go away or shouldn't be published or nobody should do them or the people should be excommunicated from comics or that they were all groomers or anything. Like I didn't say anything about any of that. Just said, a pretty obvious statement, comic made for indie company that is a parody of politics like the Incredible Trump or something. They don't tend to do that well. And then I heard like a month later, I think I was on the Wes's live stream and they're like, oh man, you really pissed off Tim Lim with that show. And it took me a long time to wrap my head around how. I didn't mean to piss off Tim Lim, didn't think negative about Tim Lim over that, or he was doing at the time the Trump Space Force, I think that's right. I may have it wrong. But anyway, I didn't mean any offense by it. Somebody had asked me, what do I think about this? I said. Same thing with some video that got a bunch of, I think Shane Davis was using it to rile up male. I don't know. Again, I don't know what the fuck. Half this stuff I believe is purely performative. When you go on these live streams, people are like, oh, I'm really pissed off. I don't buy any of it for a second. I don't think people are really pissed off at all. And that's why I made the joke. I think in that video, like, I'll fight anybody. Sure. I mean, obviously that's not going to happen. There's not going to be any kind of celebrity fight between YouTubers. It'd be the lamest, most pathetic fight that there is. Mostly because it would be over very quickly. But I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Again, I think I've said in a couple of videos, we should make jokes. One of the things that strikes me about comic books and internet culture in general is how ridiculously one-way thinned-skinned everyone is. What I mean by that is, people are really good at dishing out shit that they give people, but they're really bad at taking it. Like people get offended at a breath of air, and that's the thing that strikes me most about a lot of these live streams and everything else is these internet, people who are internet tough guys 1 minute are like crying like a bitch the next. And it's like I'm perfectly willing to just sit on a stream and just dish out shit for 4 hours, and then somebody turns around and goes, "I think this person doesn't know how to draw ankles," and then suddenly it's like, this is a hate crime against me. It's just I don't know, just whatever happened to give shit, take shit. Like I look at some of the stuff that Mumbles does on 100% of all the videos. And and you got to admit this. So be honest with yourselves. Mumbles would be absolutely hidden from the channel, deleted, blocked by the vast majority of all the other YouTubers out there. All of them. And I 100%. Do you think people are putting up with that shit? No, absolutely not. So but people should, because I mean, just fucking take a joke, people. Anyway, but no, I'm not out here to try and start fights with anyone. It's just entertainment, for God's sake. Do you really? This feels like when you have to explain a joke. Like, do you really? Come on, we all get that. Anyway, here's the next one. The other mail I want to write, which kind of in the same vein. It's another quick question, and this will be a quick question. It says, "Yo, Perch, super quick question, barely an inconvenience. Thank you very much. Does Jason Aaron hate comic store owners? Not the fans, not the other writers or artists. I mean specifically the comic book store owners. When I do a sales analysis of his works at my shop, that is the only conclusion I can come to." No, he doesn't hate. Actually, Jason Aaron's pretty stand-up guy. If you met him at a con or when he's done signings, he's actually done, he's stayed over and he does more for comic shops. I know the question is tongue-in-cheek, but one of the things, I should do this video at some point, like comic creators, writers, artists that actually go out of their way to kind of do a little extra for the retailers to give them some signed copies that they could, jack up the price on and do some things. Jason Aaron's been pretty solid to a lot of those, to a lot of people. I think, Jason Aaron has embraced, from my perspective, the idea of stunt casting or stunt writing, where it's like, you won't believe what happens next. We're going to take this concept, and it's going to be a high-pitched concept, and this will really shake up the foundations of everything. And I think he's kind of embraced that idea and that premise, and that's how you get, the Avengers that he got and the Punisher and other things. And is that Jason Aaron's fault, or is it the system? Do you hate the player or you hate the game? To me, that's a little bit of what's gone on there. I think, you've heard me mention this idea of comic writers are told you got to make a huge impact right away out the gate in the first 6 issues, or your series is canceled. And so then you see somebody like Jason Aaron come in and do a run where it's like, and now there's a Phoenix tournament, and now there's another World War Hulk, and now there's a New Heroes Reborn. You see stuff like that, and you go, okay, this is the natural conclusion of that mentality of stunt booking, if you will. Of, it'd be like if it was wrestling, because we all love analogies with wrestling. If just every show and the world title match changed, and the belt, just everybody's getting pinned simultaneously all at once, and everything is different. Oh my God, here's, we've Hulk Hogan's back again, and now he's gone, and here's Kevin Nash is somehow stumbling out on cybernetic legs, and I'm just whereas everything, one of the reasons why the Roman Reigns run has worked in the WWE is because they've taken their time with it, and they're not rushing to, and his family members have turned on him, and now here's, so comics needs to avoid that stunt booking mentality. If they do, I think it's healthier, but the business is oriented to support and actually encourage stunt booking. That's the problem. Anyway, be that as it may, I know I piss people off all the time. So by the time, the funny thing is, if somebody does react and there's a live stream where everybody bitching at everything else, I'm saying this. What is it? It's a Monday. It's like 5:00, and what? I'll give you the exact date. It's June 5th, Monday. And I'm sure some people are going to come in there and do a little, what, but the thing that I wish people would get over is like, stop, like, being a YouTube tough guy, and then just getting like perpetually offended. I'm a fainting flower whenever anybody like, how dare you insult a customer? Like, okay, come on. A lot of people, by the way, who dish out shit on YouTube are not customers. Now, by the way, I'm not saying they need to stop. Keep dishing out shit. That's fine. It's entertaining. It's a business model for several people. I don't deny you your money. You should do it. But don't, if you're going to dish out shit, you can't turn around. I don't know. Put it this way. I think you'd lose all credibility if you immediately turned around and were a fainting flower for any time somebody gave you a little back. Just I don't know. Tough people know how to take shit and dish shit. So, or the toughest people actually do neither, and they just live a happy life. But, well, what do we know? Thanks for listening.